besties, welcome to my channel. Today I want to just do a sit down and chill video because I feel like every once in a while it's very important for me to just do like a touch base video with y'all, because then it I don't know, it like reconnects us. I put a little question things on my Instagram story and asked for you guys to ask me deep questions that you actually want to know the answers to, not like what's your favorite color and stuff like that. So if you've never been on my channel before, please subscribe because it's really fun here and I post all the time. We're just gonna hop right into the main question that everyone wants to know, because y'all have been asking me this question for the entirety of my life. That doesn't make sense, but for a long time. Why did you and Hope stop being friends? So for those who don't know, Hope is my childhood BFF. We were friends for pretty much from birth till about last year. And I mentioned before how we kind of stopped being friends, but I never really said why because it didn't feel really relevant, but people have been asking me. Real quick, I'm just looking at myself in the little viewfinder thing. Is my hair fading? Anyways, sorry about that. Okay, so here's the thing. Y'all aren't gonna like this answer, but there wasn't just one reason. It was kind of years and years built on each other of just like things happening, competition, jealousy, fighting, arguing, leaving people out, feeling left out. Because we were friends for so many years, there were so many opportunities to fight and just to be upset at each other. This time last year, essentially, there was a guy involved that I was dating and someone that she was also interested in. That's all I'm gonna say because it's completely irrelevant now, and I honestly, like, my least favorite thing is talking about drama because you just kind of move on. Like, things happen, you move on from life. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. No details because I just don't think it's worth it to say details. Like, I mean, I know y'all care, but like, who really needs to know? How did you get over your exes? It's pretty hard for me. And then I also got another question. How to move forward from your past relationships? Need advice. This is a really good question because people, I feel like, not necessarily like don't talk about it enough, but almost like they don't expand on it enough, because they do definitely talk about it. Like, they'll say things like move on, let go, work on yourself. But those are all such vague things. Like, what does it mean to move on and to work on yourself? So I'm just gonna tell you from experience. I was in love with this guy for like 2 years. And you can do all the digging you want, you probably won't find him anywhere because he was the only relationship of mine that wasn't public, because it wasn't actually a relationship. Imagine not getting over the guy you never even dated. Not me. This one relationship was very intense, and just for multiple reasons, and I think like not being actually dating made the agony even worse because it was like, why can't we just date already? And it was just such a mess. But anyways, a huge thing that I used to do was I always wanted to keep this relationship alive even way after it was already over. I would think about it. If I went to places, I would like imagine he was there and wish he was there, and I like almost self-inflicted all of the pain in order to kind of keep the relationship there and alive. And I didn't realize how much harm I was bringing on myself and how much sadness I was inflicting just by always making sure that I remembered him. A huge thing I also did was get busy with other things. I started working on friendships, on relationships with my family. I actually started this channel, and I became so obsessed with new things that I didn't miss the old thing anymore. Like, a huge chunk of me did kind of leave when this person was gone, but because I filled it up with other things, I was able to kind of replace that feeling. So yeah, those are the main two things. I would say get busy and fall in love with something new that maybe isn't a person, because I would just be technically a rebound. Work on your friendships, envision your future, plan for the future, get excited about new things coming up, and also try not to keep the relationship alive by listening to sad music, looking at old photos. Like, do what it takes to kind of get rid of anything that could keep that relationship alive. This coffee's so good. First kiss story. I almost don't want to share this because I was looking back at this like story and I'm just like, what a lame first kiss. Like, no hate to the guy, but like, I don't know, man. I feel like your first kiss is like so important. It's the story you tell your kids. It's like you never will forget it. It's just like that one story is like literally a core memory, I feel like. I was dating someone at the time, and basically, for some context, he lived a few hours away from me, so anytime that we would see each other, we were always staying the night at each other's house because it wouldn't make sense to like drive all the way up, drive all the way back down like in one day. So we always had sleepovers. It was super late at night and we were watching a movie. I fell asleep, and after the movie was over, I guess he was just lying there in silence. Like we were just lying down with the computer on his lap. And then I remember he just leaned over and kissed me, and I kissed him back, but I also like don't remember it very much. I really don't remember what it was like because I was so tired and so like half asleep. And I don't know, man. I just wish it was a little bit of a better story. But I also think that it's redeemable because now that that guy and I aren't together, the next guy I'll be with will technically still have a first kiss. And even though it's not your ultimate first kiss, it's still your first kiss with that guy. So I'm definitely wanting my next first kiss to be special and like have a whole cool story. Let me know your first kiss story because I think they're fun. Someone asked, are you happy? I'm gonna say yes. So I was in the car for a really long time the other day going on a trip. You can actually check out the trip vlog, it's out. And I was in the car and I was just reminiscing on my life and I was like, holy moly, I am so happy. After making friendships with new people and just moving on basically, like I've become so happy and fulfilled and very pleased and content with my life. Like I just like how it is right now. I'm not really rushing for anything. Do you want a relationship in the near future? Yes, I would love a relationship in the near future. I feel like I'm super ready and I'm just, yeah, yes. Are you in a rush to grow up or become an adult? So when I first saw this question, my first instinct was yes. But then the more I was thinking about it, I was like, actually, I don't think I am in a rush though. Like as excited as I am, I'm not wishing I could be there right now because the way my life is right now is very different than I feel like the age of 15 generally is because I do have my channel and I run it pretty much completely on my own. And then I have the whole situation with the house, which if you don't know, basically I live on my own. But I don't. There's 2 houses on our property and there wasn't enough bedrooms for me in the first house, so I live in the second house, but no one else sleeps in the second house. So I cook and clean and do all the things on my own. It's kind of like I am an adult. I just get the pleasures of also being a kid, like getting to see my parents every day. And so I feel like the place I'm at is actually really good because I'm getting to feel adult things whilst not having to be a full adult. How many kids do you want and how old do you want to be when you have them? Okay. This is a big question for me. I think about this all the time and I feel like I've finally come to like an exact answer because it used to be like, well, I don't know, maybe this, maybe that. And of course, things are gonna change. I'm gonna change. After college, I'm gonna change a lot. So I'm not sticking to this, obviously. It's not like I have to do this plan or I'll be upset. But this is the plan that I have right now that I love right now. I'm gonna expand on the question. I'm just gonna tell you my whole plan. If I start dating somebody in the next year, okay, I wanna get married by 20. Hear me out. I feel like if you're about 18 years old, you generally date someone for 1 to 2 years before you marry them. So if I start dating someone at 15 or 16, I only need like 4 years to really date them because I'll be young, but I'll be assured. Like after 4 years of dating someone, you pretty much know what you're gonna do. At least that's what I think I will be. So yeah, I wanna get married around 20 to 22. So either while I'm finishing college or right out of college. Then I wanna have like 6 years to just be a married couple with my person. Because here's the thing, when you're dating, that's so different to being married, obviously, because you don't live with them. So you don't know how they live in your lifestyle. And then when you have kids, that's a whole nother level of intimacy and struggle and just everything that you have to go through is so different from the problems you have to go through when you're married and when you're dating. So it's all 3 different stages of life. Yeah, I want to be married for like 6 to 7 years to travel and to live my life. And then I'll have kids around possibly 26 to 30. This is my friend Jillian. Jilly said, what's the most simply beautiful thing you've ever seen? This is a really great question. I don't really have like one complete answer. Like I don't have one memory that I'm like, yes, that memory is like the best. But I know what it is though. For me, weddings, funerals, graduations, and milestones. Anything like that. I recently went to a funeral in Waco, Texas, and it's funny because Waco is where Baylor is. Baylor is the college that my dad went to and my brother went to, and now the one that I want to go to. So there's kind of a whole family history, and there's a lot that I love and appreciate about Baylor, and so I went to this funeral from an actual, like a Baylor mentor that knew my dad when he was younger. And there were like millions of people, not millions, there were a lot of people there at this funeral. All of the people were people from like 20 years ago. Like they hadn't all reunited in like so long because it was college a long time ago. Just the fact that they all came to see this funeral for this guy means that this person really impacted their life. Like they remembered him and wanted to come remember his life, just like the things that they said about this person, I think his name was Roy, were just so cool. Like he was just such a giver and so passionate and loving, and he lived such a good life, and he was like probably in his 90s, so like he lived a complete full life. So I feel like funerals for people who are of the age like 90 to 100, they're just really beautiful to see, and I love to reminisce on their life and how much good they did and the impact that they had on the world, because I feel like it's so inspiring, and it's like kind of puts you in perspective, like one day I'm gonna die, and like I need to be impacting people and doing the right thing and being a good person, because like what are they gonna say at my funeral when I die? Like who's gonna be able to say anything about me? Definitely reminisce on all the questions that I just asked, because I feel like this was really like therapeutic for me, and I feel really happy now. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will be back tomorrow with a fun, exciting vlog. Anyways, I love you besties, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!